Halo, selamat pagi. Selamat datang di F Talks. Pagi hari ini semuanya terima kasih sudah datang tepat waktu. Apalagi untuk kalian yang tadi udah sempat standby dari jam setengah 10 atau jam 9. Pagi hari ini kalau bulan lalu kalian sudah sempat belajar bareng Mister Ashley terkait tips untuk meningkatin kemampuan kalian di listening skills. Pagi hari ini kita akan lebih fokus lagi karena kita akan mulai belajar untuk meningkatin kemampuan reading skills-nya kalian. Oke? But anyway, kita mau ngucapin terima kasih dulu untuk kalian semua yang sudah berkesempatan hadir, yang sudah daftar juga, yang udah standby dari tadi jam setengah 10 atau mungkin barusan aja datang. Nah, buat kalian yang mungkin hari ini merupakan pertemuan pertama kalian untuk ikut. Jadi kalau misalnya kalian mau review lagi materi-materi yang sebelumnya sudah sempat kita bahas, entah itu perkara grammar, entah itu materi yang kemarin kalian sempat tonton di listening skills, kalian bisa langsung cek aja di YouTube-nya @if Surabaya. Nanti kalian bisa temuin video-video lama yang bisa kalian tonton di YouTube-nya IF Surabaya. Anyway, ini sebentar aku mau make sure dulu apakah teman-teman sudah bisa mendengar dengan baik dan kualitas audio dan visualnya juga sudah cukup oke. Apalagi kalau misalnya teman-teman di sini nontonnya pakai HP, make sure karena memang kita di sini sesinya sesi reading. Jadi pastikan kalian punya koneksi yang baik supaya kalian juga bisa lihat kira-kira materi apa yang akan disampaikan oleh Mr. Ashley nantinya. Oke? Kalau memang sudah cukup oke, terima kasih semuanya. Aku juga mau ngetes kalian semua, boleh dong dicantumin di kolom chat box kira-kira kalian semua asalnya dari mana aja. Sembari kalian juga bisa mendengarkan instruksi saya dengan jelas di sini. Jadi nanti kalau misalnya kalian ada pertanyaan, kalian juga bisa langsung cantumin di kolom chat box untuk nanti kita akan bahas di sesi-sesi tertentu dan bisa langsung dibacakan bareng sama Mr. Ashley. Oke? Oke, sambil kalian jawab juga pertanyaan dari mana aja, langsung aja kalau gitu kita sambut pembicara kita pagi hari ini udah sama saya juga di studio. So good morning, Mr. Ashley.
Good morning, Mr. Farad. And yes, good morning. Hello, everybody at home. Thank you for joining us today. So I think Mr. Farad just asked where you are all studying from today. We've got Malang, Bogor, Bali, Surabaya, Makassar, Palangkaraya. Where is Palangkaraya?
Palangkaraya.
Yeah, I don't know
Palangkaraya
Palangkaraya.
Sumatera apa Sulawesi sih gitu deh.
Yeah, we got Jogja, Jumba, Parakan. Wow, so many different places. Sidoarjo,
Oh,
Tasikmalaya. Tasikmalaya. Do you know Tasikmalaya?
Tasik.
Tasikmalaya.
Tasik kayaknya di Jawa Barat
Oh, yeah?
sih.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Kendali, Manado. Oh, Palangkaraya is in central Kalimantan.
Oh,
There
di
we go.
Kalimantan Tengah. Oke.
All right, excellent. Thank you
Maaf
so
ya
much for
kepangaran.
joining us. Yes, today we will be looking at reading skills. So let me get on the screen. There we go. So today we're looking at improving your reading skills. And in particular, we're looking at academic reading skills. So here, we're going to look at three different types of reading skills. And based on different academic tests, we've got a Cambridge style reading test, we've got a TOEFL style listening test, and we've got an IELTS style listening test. Or I should say, a type of activity within the test. So we have gapped text, directly answered questions, and true, false, or not given. So today we're going to start with Cambridge. So hope you are ready at home, guys. Hope you can see clearly and hear us. And we will begin. Okay, so a gapped text. What is this gapped text? So in this type of question, you have to choose a sentence which fits a gap. So here we can see there are two gaps, number one and number two. Don't worry, we will make this text bigger in a minute. This is just an example. And in this activity, you need to select the correct missing sentence, filling the gap. So let's look at how we can answer this question in the best way, what strategies we can use. So strategy tip number one, read the title and main text carefully to understand the topic. So our example here, the title, How a Music Festival Became a Cash Cow. And then we have the main text. So our main text first. When the British rock band The Cold Chimps put on a concert in the hot and dusty Vegas Bowl in Nevada, it was an attempt to prove that they could break away from the concert giants concert for all. 10 years later, in 2010, the same venue hosted its first week-long festival. Although it was first unprofitable, this was blamed on the lack of popular acts and poor accommodation facilities. What's more, after a few years, the festival was attracting attention worldwide. If one act is responsible for confirming the festival's emergence on the global stage, it is Blue Rock's iconic performance in 2008. As a direct result of the festival's success, it was expanded to a 5-day event. Okay, so looking at that, in the chat box, what is this text about? Can you summarize what this text is about in one sentence in the chat box, please? What is this text talking about? Just a summary in the chat box. So in the chat box, can you write just one sentence describing basically what this reading is about?
Oke, tadi kan sudah sempat ditunjukin sama Mr. Ashley satu bacaan yang panjang, tapi ternyata ini ada strategi dari Mr. Ashley yang bisa kalian gunakan. Nah, sekarang kalau misalnya kalian tahu, di situ kan sudah dikasih note sama Mr. Ashley bahwa coba baca judul sama main text secara perlahan untuk memahami topik apa yang dibahas dari bacaan tersebut. Nah, itu udah dikasih clue sama Mr. Ashley, how a music festival become a cash cow. Jadi menurut kalian, teks yang sudah sempat dibacakan sama Mr. Ashley tadi itu menjelaskan apa? Coba dijawab di kolom chat box, satu kalimat aja. Menurut kalian itu teksnya tentang apa? Kalian jawabannya nggak ada salah benar, kita sama-sama belajar di sini. Jadi menurut apa yang kalian tahu dari teks tersebut, kira-kira teks tersebut membahas tentang apa? Ditulis di kolom chat box ya.
Good, okay, so one from Kevin. It's about a popularity of a rock band. Kanita Wulandara says music festival, good. Sapril says music. Yeah, that's right. So this text is all talking about, here we go. Sally, the effect of a music festival, music. Yes, correct. It's talking about a music festival and how it became successful. So that's generally the topic, the general topic, okay? So now we know the text is generally about, we can start to try and identify what the answer might be. So how can we help ourselves? So first, read the section before and after each gap and try to predict the missing information. So predict is like guessing, try to guess. So let's see gap number 1. Here's our gap. We have the sentence before, the sentence after. Although it was first unprofitable, this was blamed on the lack of popular acts and poor accommodation facilities. Blah, 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 blah. What's more, after a few years, the festival was attracting attention worldwide. So any guesses in the chat box? What could this information be about? Just generally, not the exact words, but generally, what do we think the information is about? Have a guess.
Oke, kalau tadi secara general kalian sudah bisa menebak kira-kira dari kalau dari cek sudah. Oke, kalau tadi secara general kalian sudah sempat menebak kira-kira secara general bacaan tersebut membahas tentang apa. Nah, kali ini kita bisa lebih fokus lagi untuk baca section di mana dari posisi before dan after each gap itu kan udah dikasih contoh tuh sama Mr. Ashley bahwa kalimat yang pakai warna hijau itu menjelaskan sesuatu. Nah, sekarang kalian bisa tebak nih predict missing information-nya seperti apa. Boleh dikasih tahu menurut kalian dari dua kalimat tersebut itu kira-kira pembahasannya apa? General aja nggak apa-apa, dijawab lagi di kolom chat box, oke?
Okay, we've got reasons why the festival attracting attention worldwide, Blue Rock performing, the music events, okay? So we've got something talking about unprofitability, lack of popular acts, poor accommodation facilities, okay? So maybe some negative things. And then here's something about it becoming more popular. So we've got negative things and something more popular. Okay, let's look at gap number 2. So first we look before and after. If one act is responsible for confirming the festival's emergence on the global stage, it is Blue Rock's iconic performance in 2008. As a direct result of the festival's success, it was expanded to 5-day event. So we've got something about Blue Rock. We've got something about the festival being successful. Positive thing that make it popular later. Yes, very good, Kanita. And Indiana, Deborah, yes, bad service. Yeah, in number one, something about bad service, something negative. That's right. Okay, so that's part number 2. We've looked before and after the gap. Now let's take a look at the answers, okay? How can we make it easier for us to choose the correct answer? So here are our 5 options. And we're looking for clues to help us connect the answer with the reading. So A, we've got their other idea was even more brilliant. Well, we need to know what other idea. If the answer is A, it should be talking about another idea. How about B? What are we looking for in B? The green, I've highlighted the green, its location. So what do we need to know? If we want B to be the answer, we need to find something talking about where is the location? Thank you, Kevin. Yes. Where is the location? What location are we talking about? How about C? Another such memorable performance. Well, if that will connect to something, we need to know. What do we need to know, everyone? Yeah, good. What performance? What performance are we talking about? D, on this occasion, paramedics treated numerous audience members for heat stroke. Well, we need to know. What do we need to know? Yeah, good. That's right. What occasion? What occasion are we talking about? We don't know. And finally, E, fortunately, these issues were soon resolved. Well, we need to know what issues. Okay. So why are we doing this? We're doing this to help us try to find information that connects, Farid. So we're looking here, trying to go, well, this is an idea. We need to know what idea that is. So we're trying to find information that connects to the reading. Okay, so we've prepared already. We've looked at the question. We've looked at the answers. So let's try and answer this question now. Answer the text. So number 1, we've got this gap here. We need to find the key information before or after the gap. Well, let's do this one together first. Key information here, we've got equitable, lack of popular acts, poor accommodation, okay. After the gap, after a few years, attracting attention worldwide. These are the key words before and after number 1. Number 1 is what we're looking for. So, with that information, A, B, C, D, or E, which of those connects with the information around number 1? Is it talking about an idea, a location, performance, occasion, or issues? What do you think, guys? Type A, B, C, D, or E in the chat box. What do you think the answer could be? Okay, getting some answers now. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, a lot of you are saying E, these issues. Fortunately, these issues were soon resolved. Well, what are the issues? Issues are negative things, yeah? Unprofitable, doesn't make money. Lack of popular acts, not many popular bands or musicians. Poor accommodation. So this one, the answer would be E. We're describing the issues, yeah? What issues are we talking about? we can see the issues before number 1. Well done if you guessed that correct. The answer for number 1 is E. Good job. Okay, let's try number 2. Another question. Okay. So number 2, the key information before or after the gap. Okay, so in the chat box, what is the key information before and after number 2? Tell me in the chat box now.
Oke, menurut kalian kalau tadi di contoh pertanyaan yang pertama, kalian sudah dikasih clue tuh sama Miss Ashley gapnya ada di mana. Sekarang kan sudah dikasih clue lagi tuh sama Mr. Ashley. Kira-kira sebelum kalimat nomor 2 itu setelah dan sebelum dari kalimat-kalimat yang sudah disebutkan di atas itu menurut kalian key informasinya apa? Jadi silakan dituliskan di kolom chat box menurut kalian.
Okay, let's see. Good, okay. Talking about Blue Rock's performance. That's right. That's definitely one of the key, some of the key information there, the key words. Okay. So Blue Rock's performance. As a result, success expanded to 5-day event. Okay, so we've underlined the key information. Let's see. Which of the answers do you think is correct? A, B, C, D, or E? All right, getting some answers now. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I think, what answer are they saying, Mr. Farid? I think it is, a lot of C's. Let's see. So in C, another such memorable performance. Well, what performance? Well, of course, we're talking about this one, Blue Rock's iconic performance. So that's why the answer is C. Well done. A lot of you got that correct. The answer would be C. That's right. So fears on missing out on such another memorable performance. We're describing the performance in the sentence before. Well done, everybody. Congratulations if you got that correct. Well done. Let's try one more from Cambridge. Okay, last one.
Oke, anyway, teman-teman, kalau misalnya kalian masih ngerasa kebingungan atas materi yang disampaikan sama Mr. Ashley, kalian bisa cantumin aja pertanyaan kalian di kolom chat box. Nanti kita akan bahas sama Mr. Ashley ya. Jadi kalau misalnya dari pembahasan Mr. Ashley ini menurut kalian terlalu cepat atau bagaimana, atau mungkin kalian masih kebingungan atas beberapa hal yang disampaikan sama Mr. Ashley, nanti kita akan bahas. Kalian bisa langsung tulisin aja pertanyaan kalian di kolom chat box untuk nanti kita diskusin bareng-bareng, oke? Back to you, Mr. Ashley.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Farid. All right, so first, again, what is the key information before and after number 3? In the chat box, what is the key information here? Keywords. Before and after number 3. What could the keywords be? Okay, so we've got... So remember the keywords, we've got, okay, artist. Much missed artist, okay. We've got genius. Smart move, yes, smart move, okay. Smart move, missed artist, reward, dress in eccentric costumes. So eccentric is like these really big, colorful costumes, yeah, eccentric. So let's see which of our answers connects with those two sentences. In number 3, what is the missing sentence here? I'll give you 15 seconds. So we've looked at the keywords. Which of these extra sentences can go in that gap? What connects the information? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's look at the chat box. Okay, it looks like a lot of you, I think everybody is saying A. Well, if it's A, their other idea was even more brilliant. What other idea? The other idea is rewarding their audience members. So our first idea, get an artist to perform, someone that people miss. The other idea is rewarding audience members. So the answer would be A. That's right. The answer is A. Okay, well done if you got that correct. Good job. The answer would be A. So those are ways to help us answer a gapped text activity. So read through carefully, look before and after the gap, underline keywords in both the text and the answers, and then try to connect that information together. That's how we can complete activities like that, Mr. Farad.
Oke, jadi itu tadi tips dari Mr. Ashley. Kalau misalnya ini kan tadi contoh tentang Cambridge yang diberikan sama Mr. Ashley. Jadi kalau misalnya kalian nemu bacaan-bacaan yang kayak gini, terus kalian bingung jawabnya kayak gimana, tadi sudah dikasih tipsnya sama Mr. Ashley. Jadi kalian bisa baca aja dulu secara general, kira-kira main informationnya ada di mana. Terus kalian bisa juga nemuin key informationnya antara gap. Jadi kalau misalnya sebelum sama setelah gap itu kalian bisa kasih garis bawah atau kalian bisa kasih note kira-kira informasi apa yang memang lebih sering dibahas di bacaan tersebut. Maka itu kan memudahkan kalian untuk bisa menjawab dari soal-soal yang kurang lebih seperti ini dan kalian juga bisa menemukan jawaban yang paling tepat nantinya. Oke?
Thank you, Mr. Farad. Now, just to see how we're getting on, in the chat box, what do you think? Easy, medium, difficult? What do you think, guys, in the chat box? So this sort of task, do you find it quite easy? Do you think it is sort of medium, quite challenging? Or is it very difficult? What do you think, everybody? Type in the chat box now. Okay, let's see. Super easy, okay, from Kevin. Easy, Kanita. Okay, medium. Yeah, medium challenge for a lot of us. Medium, it's my first time.
For me also it is medium because this is my very first time to work on it.
It's okay. So if it is a bit difficult, that's okay. This is from a Cambridge style test. I think this is from Cambridge B2. So Cambridge B2 first. So that is the same as like upper intermediate. So it is quite challenging.
Okay.
Yeah, upper intermediate level. But if it is challenging, that's okay. We're practicing together so we can improve. A bit confusing, Sally? That's okay. We're going to keep trying together, yeah? Now, that was from a Cambridge style test. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, maybe for some, maybe not for others, but it's okay. So let's look at TOEFL now. So many of you maybe know about TOEFL already. So TOEFL is another exam preparation course or exam prep test, which we use to get to university, things like that. So this type of activity is called directly answered questions. So let's see, how can we answer these type of questions? All right. So here is an example of a text and a question. Again, don't worry, I will make this bigger in a minute. This is just the example. So here we have a text about normally an academic topic. So here we can see it's about the human heart and specific parts of the human heart, the atria, the ventricles, the arteries. Now, of course, we are not supposed to know everything about the human heart. This is not a test, not a science test about how much you know about the heart. The point of this test is being able to understand the information so you can learn about the heart. So in TOEFL, sometimes you will get, or often you will get text about a very specific thing, like mountains or history or science. But they're not testing your understanding of science or history. They're testing if you can understand the text, Mr. Barrett.
Oke, jadi kalau misalnya kalian penasaran, kalau kalian lagi ngerjain TOEFL atau apa gitu ya, salah satu contoh kalimat atau salah satu contoh soal yang akan kalian kerjakan di tes TOEFL itu kalian tidak akan diuji terkait kemampuan kalian untuk memahami semua general knowledge kayak yang contohnya yang dicantumin sama Mr. Ashley kali ini. Di sini mention tentang hatinya,
Hati.
hati dari seseorang
Jantung.
gitu. Jantung ya, ya
Ya.
the heart of the human. Jadi kayak kayak kalian tuh nggak dites terkait seberapa paham kalian tentang jantung ini, tapi dari bacaan itu kalian paham nggak dari beberapa hal yang sudah dijelaskan dan sudah dijabarkan dalam bacaan itu. Jadi ketika kalian baca, kalian harus benar-benar paham kira-kira informasi itu benar-benar bisa kalian serap atau tidak sampai akhirnya kalian juga bisa menjawab pertanyaan yang sudah dicantumkan di dalamnya. Jadi nggak melulu bahwa apa yang kalian baca itu harus kalian pahami sebelumnya, tapi disitulah kalian benar-benar dites bahwa oke kamu memahami bacaan tersebut atau tidak.
Thank you, Farid. So don't worry about answering the question yet. We're going to look at the question, how to answer it first. So here, how do we answer? Let's look at strategy. So again, like with most reading, we want to choose some key words in the question. So here, our question, the passage indicates that the ventricles, blah, blah, blah. So the key words here would be the ventricles. Those are the key words in that starting question, yeah? Now, we underline or find those keywords to help us find where the information is in the text. So our keyword or keywords are the ventricles. So now we need to find where does it talk about the ventricles? Let's see. The human heart is divided. No, not there. The atria are the thin-walled no, okay. Here, sentence number 3. The ventricles are the thick-walled blah, blah, blah. So we've underlined in the question, and now we found it in the text, so we know where we are looking, okay? So now we know where to look. It's time to read that sentence carefully. So this sentence in green. The ventricles are the thick-walled lower chambers that receive blood from the atria and push it into the arteries with each contraction of the heart. Okay, that is the sentence we are focused on. So now we know where we're looking. We need to find an answer here, A, B, C, or D, which has the same information as this sentence. So let's see. A, relatively thin walls. Does it say thin walls? No, it says thick walls. Thick walls. So that's not correct. B, send blood to the atria. Send blood to the atria. Does it talk about atria? Okay. Atria here. But it says receive blood from the atria. Now, receive and send are opposites, yeah? Receive, I receive. Send, I send. So it cannot be B. B is the opposite. We don't send the blood, we receive the blood. C, are above the atria. Ventricles are lower chambers that receive blood from the atria, push it into the arteries. Well, it doesn't say where the ventricles are compared to the atria, so it's not telling us exactly. How about D? Force blood into the arteries. Well, arteries here. Push it, so receive blood, push it into the arteries. Push, like force. Yes. So this one, we choose D. Okay. Now, also, before we select our answer, we can check the other answers are not correct. So A, no, we said A, we don't think it's A. B, no, don't think it's B. Or C. So I think we're happy. We choose answer D. Okay. So that's an example of how to answer this type of TOEFL style question. Underline keywords like before. Find the sentence. And then connect that sentence with the answers. Before selecting, you can make sure the other answers are definitely wrong to help you improve your chance of selecting the correct answer. Okay, so that's how we do the strategy. If you chose D, well done. Let's try again with a different question, but the same text. Okay, guys? Okay, ready? TOEFL style question number 2. Okay, in the chat box, what are the keywords in this question? So the keywords here. What are the keywords? Type in the chat box now.
I don't think you can see the passage.
Oh, no, in the question here.
Oh, in the question.
Yeah. So what are the keywords here? This one here. Okay, good. City says the arteries. Yeah, that's important. Arteries, ventricles. Good. There's also another real keyword in there that will help us find the answer. What is another keyword? Yeah, blood pushed and when. Yeah, when as well. Good. When. We need to know the time, yeah? When is the blood pushed into the arteries from the ventricles? Okay. Highlight our keywords. Sudah. Done. Okay. Now we need to find those keywords and ideas. So you can tell me, guys, is it in sentence 1, sentence 2, sentence 3, sentence 4, sentence 5? Yeah, or sentence 5. There are 5 sentences. Which sentence talks about when the blood is pushed into the arteries and ventricles? Sentence 1, sentence 2, 3, 4, or 5? Okay, few different ideas. 3, 5, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, I think most are saying the third sentence. That's correct. It is the third sentence, yeah? The same sentence as last time. It's the same sentence. You can see ventricles, push into arteries, so blood, push into the arteries. So we know it is this sentence, yeah? Sentence 3. So we have found the sentence. Now we need to read it carefully. Read that sentence carefully. And we're looking at when. When blood pushed from arteries to ventricles. When. And once you found that, you can select your answer A, B, C, or D in the chat box. Remember, the information needs to be the same, yeah? Same information. Okay. All right, getting a lot of answers. A lot of people saying C. Some are saying A. Okay, C, A, C. Oh, okay. I'll give you 10 more seconds to choose A, B, C, or D. Then 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Okay, time is up. That's right, Kevin, time is up. So it looks like a lot of people are saying A or C, A or C. Now let's look at C. Before each contraction of the heart. Well, we've got each contraction. So let's see, receive blood, push it into the arteries with each contraction, with. So does with mean before? Is with the same as before? I went to the supermarket with Farid. Does that mean I went before Farid?
No.
No. It means at the same
Time.
It's at the same time, yeah. So not C, even though it has the word each contraction, it's not with. Let's look at A. As the heart beats, the ventricles push blood in the arteries with each contraction of the heart. Yes, would be A. It means at the same time as it beats. Boom, 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 push, push, push. So it's saying at the same time. A contraction is when your heart beats. Push, push. So the answer here would be A. Yes, A. Well done if you selected A. Again, this is TOEFL, so it can be quite tricky, you know. We're looking at very academic language. I don't know much about the heart, but it's talking about, yeah, specific information in the reading.
Oke, jadi kalau kalau masalah reading ya teman-teman, apalagi kalau misalnya nanti kalian ngerjain TOEFL, TOEFL ini memang agak tricky di penggunaan bahasanya mereka. Kalau misalnya kalian cuman mau cari jawabannya berdasarkan kata-kata yang disebutnya sama dengan ada yang dibacaan, kalian akan lebih sering memilih jawaban yang salah nantinya. Biasanya di TOEFL itu dia akan menggunakan bahasa-bahasa yang memang artinya mirip, tapi pada dasarnya itu sama yang ada di teks. Jadi kayak misalnya tadi kayak di pertanyaan yang pertama misalnya push sama force yang kayak gitu. Jadi kalian tahu jawabannya yang mana. Terus yang kedua tadi padahal itu jalannya bersamaan dengan detak jantung. Tapi di situ kalian juga tidak menemukan mungkin dari sisi tulisan atau kata-kata itu tidak ada yang sama. Kalau misalnya kalian kekecoh, bisa jadi kalian akan milih yang memang kata-katanya ada persis disebutkan sama yang ada di bacaan. Jadi kalian harus benar-benar tahu dulu artinya apa, dibaca dulu benar-benar, dipahami dulu maksud dan artinya apa, baru kalian bisa pilih. Karena memang rata-rata untuk part di reading, apalagi kalau misalnya kalian ngerjain TOEFL, itu biasanya mereka akan menggunakan bahasa yang sama artinya, tapi mungkin dari sisi bacaan itu akan sedikit berbeda gitu. Cuman biasanya artinya akan sama dengan ada yang di bacaan. Oke? That's
Thank
it.
you. Yes. Someone asked, is it paraphrasing? Kind of. I mean, I guess it is paraphrasing slightly, yes. We're looking at synonyms or having the same meaning here as the information. So which answer has the same meaning? And as the heart beats means the same as with the heart beats.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like a synonym. Okay, we have one more TOEFL. Okay, let's try one more again with our hearts. So the same practice. So we've got the we want to choose a key word first, or keywords in the question. So in the question here, what are the key words? In the chat box, what are the key words in this question? Don't be shy if you're making mistakes. It's okay. We're here to learn together, ya. Jangan malu-malu. Coba aja ya, gak apa-apa. Okay, good. Which part of the heart? Good. Gets blood. Good. And there's very specific information which we haven't seen much of. Yeah, that's right, Siti. Good. Body tissues as well, and lungs. Yeah. So gets blood from the body. Which part would also be one? You're right. Which parts? Lungs, body tissues. Yeah. So here we're trying to find that information in the text. So we found the keywords. So now we need to find which sentence is talking about this. Is it 1, 2, 3? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Which sentence is talking about this? 1, 2, 4, 5. Where it talks about body tissues and lungs. Yeah, a lot of you saying sentence 5. That's right, sentence 5. Okay. Yeah, in sentence 5, we can see we've got receive blood from body tissues, passes it onto the lungs, send it onto the lungs. We know all that information is in sentence number 5. So what do we do now? We've seen the sentence. We know we've identified where the information is. Now we have to read it carefully and try to find which of the answers is in that sentence. The role of the chambers on the right side of the heart is to receive oxygen-depleted blood from the body tissues and send it on to the lungs. The chambers on the left side of the heart then receive the oxygen-enriched blood from the lungs and send it back out to the body tissues. Okay. So A, B, C, or D? 20 seconds to answer this. A, B, C, or D? What do you think? And if you're not sure, you can eliminate first, like, oh, is it A? No, I don't think it's A. Is it B? I don't think it's B. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Looks like we're choosing between C and D. Is it the right atrium or the left atrium? Okay. So let's look at answer D. The left atrium and ventricle. Okay, the left atrium. Now, where does it say the left? Here. The chambers on the left side of the heart receive the blood from the lungs and send it to the body tissues. Blood from the lungs, send to the tissues. Now, in our answer, it says gets blood from the tissues and passes it to the lungs. So this is the opposite, yeah? The left side receiving from the lungs and sending it to the tissues. Now, how about C, the right atrium and ventricle? Well, the role on the right side is to receive from the body tissues, receive, gets blood from the body tissues, passes it on to the lungs, send it on to the lungs, send it, pass it, give it away. So the answer here would be C, the right atrium and ventricle. Yes, it's very tricky. You need to be carefully looking at receive, get, passing, sending. Look at synonyms and what they mean, okay? So if you chose the answer C, well done. The answer is C. Bit tricky, yeah? But yes, TOEFL can be a bit challenging, but hopefully if you have the right strategy, underlining keywords, identify the sentence, read carefully, eliminate wrong answers, it can really help you choose the correct answer and improve your score. All right, let me see in the chat box. So a lot of you said C. If you said C, well done. Okay. Now, before we go on to our final part, IELTS, Mr. Farid, is there something you'd like to say?
Oke, jadi again, kalau misalnya kalian ngerjain tes TOEFL, kalian harus hati-hati karena memang ada banyak sekali kata-kata sinonim yang dipakai untuk bisa menjawab pertanyaan yang muncul dari bacaan, terutama di part reading ya. Jadi again, tadi sudah disampaikan sama Mr. Ashley juga, bahwa kalian harus hati-hati untuk tahu kira-kira maksud dari kalimat atau bacaan yang sudah dicantumkan itu seperti apa, dan kalian harus benar-benar tahu kira-kira dari berbagai macam jawaban yang akan kalian pilih itu tadi kira-kira sinonimnya seperti apa? Apakah memang itu pilihannya sudah sesuai dan memang sama dengan bacaan yang di atas? Karena kemungkinan kalian tidak akan menemukan kata-kata yang sama di jawaban yang benar. Jadi kalian harus benar-benar paham dulu isi bacaannya apa. Sama seperti trik yang dikasih sama Mr. Ashi bahwa kalian underline dulu aja, kalian kasih note dulu aja kira-kira main informationnya ada di mana, key informationnya ada di mana, baru kalian bisa cari jawabannya. Oke? Nah, buat kalian yang kalau misalnya ini baru pertama kali kalian hadir, again kita kasih khusus untuk kalian yang memang belum sempat join sama IF, terutama untuk kalian yang ada di wilayah atau area Jawa Timur, Bali, dan Lombok, kita punya fasilitas untuk kalian bisa ikut English Diagnostic Test gratis. Jadi yang tadinya harganya bisa 200 ribuan, kalian bisa langsung aja datang ke IF Center terdekat kalau misalnya kalian ada di area Jawa Timur, Bali, Lombok untuk tahu kira-kira kemampuan bahasa Inggrisnya kalian itu sejauh mana. Entah itu kalian harus improve grammarnya kalian, entah itu kalian harus improve listeningnya kalian, atau mungkin speakingnya kalian. Kalian bisa langsung lakukan analisa bersama dengan IF Teacher untuk tahu kira-kira program apa yang sesuai untuk bisa kalian terapkan untuk improve kemampuan bahasa Inggrisnya kalian. Jadi kalau misalnya kalian di sini pengen banget untuk ikut dapat fasilitas ini, nanti di akhir acara kita akan kasih form apakah kalian mau untuk dapat fasilitasnya ini dengan mencantumkan nomor telepon dan kota domisilinya kalian. Nanti di akhir acara kita juga akan kasih tahu gimana kalian bisa mendapatkan materi yang sudah disiapkan oleh Mr. Esil pagi hari ini dan juga e-certificate yang akan kita kirimkan melalui email. Oke, jadi nanti standby sampai akhir acara kita akan kasih tahu caranya gimana untuk bisa dapetin materi pagi hari ini untuk kalian belajar lagi di rumah. Oke, back to you, Mr. Ashley.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Farrett. So before we finish today, we have one more type of question. Okay. And yeah, so far, good job to everyone if you are following, you know, doing academic reading in the morning. Hopefully you've had your coffee. So our last type of question we're looking at is from IELTS. So here is an example of a true, false, or not given activity. Okay. IELTS reading. That's right. Here for IELTS reading. Okay. So let's look at an example of an IELTS reading task. So here we've got our title, Australian Culture and Shock, and our text here. There will be different text in the next slides, but the text is all about the same topic, Australian culture and shock. So we have some text, and then we have a sentence. So here our sentence, Australian teachers will suggest alternatives to students rather than offer one solution. And for this type of activity, you have to choose. Is this sentence true? Is it false? Or is it not given? Now, let's look at these answers. If it's true, it means the information agrees. Sorry, the statement here is the same as in here. There is agreement. Okay. If it is false, it means there is information in the other text. I'll go back here. If it's false, it means there's information here which is like the opposite of this, or shows this is not true. This is definitely false. So contradict means, yeah, it shows this answer. No, it's like the opposite, yeah, almost the opposite. And the last option, not given, we select this answer if this information is not in the reading, if there is nothing there talking about Australian teachers suggesting alternatives to students, if there is no information in this text, we choose not given. So you have to select one of three. True, it agrees. False, it disagrees. Not given, it doesn't say. There's no information. Okay. So let's try an IELTS style task together. Now, again, as usual, highlight keywords in our sentence here. So I've done the first one. Keywords, Australian teachers will suggest alternatives rather than offer one solution. Okay. Now, once we've identified the keywords, we now need to find, is there information in here that agrees with the sentence? Suggest alternatives rather than offer one solution? Is there information that disagrees? Oh, this is the opposite. Or is the information not there? It doesn't talk about this. So I'll give you maybe 20 seconds. Is there information which agrees with this sentence? Is there information that disagrees with this sentence? Or is there no information about this sentence? Type in the chat box, true, false, or not given. And I will also ask you why you chose that answer. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it looks like everyone is saying true. Okay, everyone is saying true. Okay, well, before we see if that is correct, why did you select true? What information in there or what keywords made you choose true? Tell me why the answer is true.
Ya, menurut kalian kenapa kok jawabannya ternyata benar? Oke, alasannya kalian apa atau apa yang buat kalian akhirnya memilih bahwa jawabannya benar? Coba ditulis di kolom chat box. Kira-kira apa alasan yang membuat kalian yakin bahwa jawabannya adalah benar? Given the number of options.
Good. Okay. Number of options.
True, because the tutor will give number of options and suggest.
So yeah, we've got number of options, which means suggest alternatives. Yeah. Number of options, suggest alternatives. Not only offer one solution. Yeah. Also, they will not tell students what to do. They suggest number of options, suggest which one is best for them. So they offer the solution. So the answer is true. That's right, true. Well done if you chose true. The answer is true. Good job. Okay, so that's how we answer that type of question. If the information is connected, if it agrees, true, if it disagrees, false, no information not given. Okay. All right, guys, 1 second. Let me get the next slide up. There we go. Okay. Okay, so let's try again. Try another question in IELTS style. So first, in the chat box, what are the key words in this sentence here? Australians use people's first names so that everyone feels their status is similar. What are the key words in that sentence? Good, Inksy, yep. People's first names, yep, definitely. And what other key words are there? First names and people's first names. And there's some other key words as well in there. Yeah, that's right. Status is similar as well. Yeah. People's first names, everyone feels status is similar. Yeah, status is similar. Not I am the best, you are the worst. Equality. What do people say? Is it status? Is it same?
Status, yeah.
Status, yeah.
Sama.
Status in Bahasa.
You are the best, I am the worst.
Yeah, or Farid is the best singer, I am the worst singer. He has a bit higher status as a singer, yeah? Okay, so we've identified the keywords. So now in the text, we need to find is there information which agrees, information that disagrees, or is there no information talking about this? Okay. So you have to answer now, true, false, or not given. You 20 seconds. True, false, or not given. Australians use people's first names so that everyone feels their status is similar. Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, true, false, or not given. Okay. Now, in the chat, looks like we've got every answer. Some people think true, some people think false, some people think not given. Okay, so what is the correct answer? Well, let's look at this. Australians use people's first names. Everyone feels status is similar. Okay, now our first sentence. Australians are uncomfortable with differences in status and hence idealize the idea of treating everyone equally. Now, they're saying they're uncomfortable with difference, treat everyone equally. Does that mean they want different status or similar status? Different or the same or similar? What do you think? Different or the same? Yeah, that's right. Equally, similar, or the same, yeah? Uncomfortable with differences in status. So uncomfortable means, yeah, I don't really like this. It's not, you know, I don't want people to have different statuses. So it's not something I like. I'm uncomfortable with it. So it means they want, yeah, equal status. So that connects here. Everyone feels status is similar. Okay, now let's look at the first part. Australians use people's first names. So people feel similar. An example of this, an example of treating everyone equally, is that most adults call each other by their first name. So how do they treat people equally? They use people's first names. Okay, so does that mean it's true, it's false, or it's not given? What do you think, everybody? Type your answer again. True, false, or not given? True. Okay, so it looks like a lot of you are changing to true. Let's see. Or if you answered true already, good job. Yeah, this one will be true, true. So be careful, yeah? I know it says differences in status, but it's telling us they're uncomfortable. They don't like differences in status. They like treating everyone equally. They like making sure status is similar. So you have to be careful with the positives and negatives in there. Yeah.
Oke, again ya, kalau misalnya kalian di soal-soal reading kayak gini, apalagi yang keperluannya akademis, tes, TOEFL, IELTS, dan lain sebagainya, kalian harus benar-benar tahu dan paham dulu kira-kira isi bacaannya seperti apa, baru kalian bisa nemuin kira-kira bacaan yang sesuai apa. Again, hati-hati dengan yang namanya sinonim dan lain sebagainya. Jadi kalian harus benar-benar paham dulu isi bacaannya seperti apa, baru kalian bisa nemuin kira-kira jawaban yang paling tepat untuk bisa dijawab itu apa. Oke?
Okay, Miss Farad, we have two more, yeah? Two more questions, and then
Okay.
we are done for today. So stay focused, everybody. We can do this. Two more questions. Here we go. So your next question. Students who study all the time may receive positive comments from their colleagues. Okay. Students who study all the time may receive positive comments from their colleagues. What are the key words in that sentence? Key words in that sentence. Good. Yep. Positive comments. Study all the time. Yeah. Colleagues. Yeah. Students who study all the time receive positive comments from their colleagues. Do you know what a colleague is, Farid?
Kolega.
Yeah, colleague. Yeah, that's right. Someone you work with, yeah?
Yeah.
Or study with in this example. Okay, those are the key words. Now it's over to you. Can you find the information that agrees if it's true, that disagrees if false, or there is no information not given? Type your answer in the chat box. True, false, or not given. So if it's true, there is information which agrees that students who study may receive positive comments from other people. If it's false, there's information which disagrees with students may receive positive comments from their colleagues. Or is it not given? There is no information about it. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Again, we have lots of different answers, a lot of not givens. Okay, so let's break this down together, guys. This information is in our second paragraph here. So let's read it. Australians believe that life should have a balance between work and leisure time. As a result of this, some students may be critical of others who they think do nothing but study. Okay. Now, if we look at our keywords here, students may be critical, do nothing but study. Now, being critical, is that being positive or negative in this case? Critical or positive or negative if you are critical? If I'm critical of Farid, say, oh, Farid, I don't like your new watch. I think your new watch is ugly. I'm being critical. Is it positive or negative? Negative, yes. So, okay. So students may be critical. And here we've got students may receive positive comments. Positive and critical. They are opposites, yeah? Opposites. Positive, critical. Let's look here. Others who they think do nothing but study. Do nothing but study. Do nothing but study. It means they do nothing else. They only study. So, okay, students who only study may receive positive comments from other students. True, false, or not given? What do you think, guys? Yeah, a lot of you changing now to false. Yes, this one would be false. The reason it's false is because there is opposite information, yeah? Now, the words are not exactly the same, but in IELTS, you're trying to understand the meaning behind the words. So they will use synonyms, paraphrasing, different ways of telling you the same information. So it's important that you can understand what that information means. And here there is direct information that says, this is opposite, not receive positive comments. They may receive negative comments. They may be critical. Okay. All right, well done. If you got that correct, it's a bit tricky, I know. Now we have one more, last one, okay? Final question for today, everybody. This time, I'm not going to tell you anything. I want you just to answer. So I will not tell you the keywords. I want you to identify the keywords, find the information in the text, and then choose true, false, or not given, okay? So I'm not going to tell you the keywords. That's going to be up to you. Find the keywords, find the information, and then choose true, false, or not given. Remember, true, there is information that agrees with younger Australians tend to be friendlier than older Australians. False, if there's information which is opposite or disagrees with this. Or not given, there is no information in here which connects with this. It doesn't tell us. We don't know. Could be true, could be false. We don't know because there's no information about it. All right, I'll give you 20 seconds to answer. Remember, I'm not telling you the keywords. I want you just to answer this time. So think about the keywords and then choose your answer, just like the real test. I cannot help you at the real test, but I can help prepare you. That's what we're doing. True, false, or not given. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's take a look. So the keywords here, we would have, younger Australians, older Australians, and younger Australians are friendlier than older Australians, basically. So is there information in here that tells us that younger Australians are friendlier than older Australians? Well, let's see. Got Australians, privacy, mean areas. Let's see, okay. Even then, it is considered very impolite to ask someone what they earn. With older people, it is also rude to ask how old they are, why they are not married, or why they do not have children. Okay. Does it tell us anything about younger Australians? No, it doesn't. It talks about friendship. Older people, it says it's rude to ask how old a rude person is, why they are not married, why they do not have children. But is it saying that they are unfriendly? Is it telling us that younger Australians are friendlier than older Australians? No, it's not. So the answer, as many of you guessed, it's not given. There is no information telling us that younger Australians are friendlier than older Australians. There is information that is similar, but the information does not connect. It does not agree or disagree. The answer is not given. And a lot of you chose that answer. So well done if you chose not given. Good job today. Well done. All right. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you for focusing so much. Yeah, I know we've done a lot of reading today, a lot of test preparation, and try to remember that strategy. Yeah, underlining keywords, finding the sentences with the key information, looking for synonyms, which are words with similar meanings, antonyms, words which have opposite meanings, and hopefully that will help you when you try your next test. Okay, guys. With that, I think I'll pass you back to Mr. Farid. Okay, Mr. Farid.
Oke, congratulations everyone. Ya, itu tadi kelas hari ini di mana kalian sudah belajar banyak tentang ningkatin reading skills kalian, terutama ketika kalian ngerjain banyak tes, entah itu dari Cambridge, TOEFL, atau IELTS. Tadi udah dikasih juga tipsnya sama Mr. Ashley. So hopefully kalau misalnya kalian mau belajar lagi atau mau mereview ulang materi pagi hari ini, kalian bisa langsung aja ke YouTube channelnya IF Surabaya. Nanti kalian bisa tonton ulang siaran ulangnya seperti apa, atau kalian mau nge-review lagi pelan-pelan kira-kira materinya seperti apa. Tapi nggak perlu khawatir, karena kita juga akan share materi dan e-sertifikat juga ke kalian. Caranya gimana? Kalian nanti bisa scan barcode yang nanti sebentar lagi akan muncul di layarnya kalian, atau nanti kalian juga bisa klik link yang ada di kolom chat box. Tapi sebelum itu aku juga mau nyampein bahwa nanti di bulan Maret, puasa-puasa nanti kita juga akan belajar. Kalau misalnya tadi Kak Kolita kan sempat sempat nunggu tuh, kalau pembahasan terkait readingnya di IELTS. Nah, kali ini kita akan bahas di bulan Maret mendatang, tanggal 23, itu kita akan bahas tentang structure and written expression dari TOEFL test. Jadi nanti kalian juga bisa ikut. Daftarnya gimana? Nanti akan dibantu oleh tim dari IF untuk mencantumkan link pendaftarannya di kolom chat box, itu sudah ada. Nah, kalian kalau misalnya juga mau klaim e-sertifikatnya kalian atau mau ambil fasilitas gratis khusus untuk kalian yang pengen join sama IF untuk cari kelas persiapan TOEFL atau cari kelas persiapan IELTS, kalian bisa isi surveinya juga, dan jangan lupa mencantumkan nama lengkap serta email yang benar ya teman-teman ya. Karena nanti semua file, baik dari materinya Mr. Ashley maupun e-sertifikatnya kita akan kirimkan ke email aktifnya kalian. So make sure kalian sudah nulis nama lengkapnya kalian dengan benar, dan juga email aktifnya kalian jangan sampai salah, karena nanti kita akan kirimkan semua filenya melalui email aktifnya kalian. Oke? Jangan lupa nanti untuk ikut atau keep seat-nya kalian di bulan depan, di bulan Maret, untuk pembahasan seputar TOEFL di Structure and Written Expression. Kita akan ketemu lagi di bulan depan tanggal 23 Maret sama jam 10 pagi. Jadi jangan lupa untuk langsung keep seat-nya kalian supaya kalian juga tidak ketinggalan informasinya. Oke? Thank you so much Mr. Ashley for this morning. Terima kasih juga untuk kalian yang sudah sempat hadir, sudah daftar, sudah standby 1 jam sama kita dari jam 10 sampai jam 11. Sampai ketemu lagi di bulan puasa bulan depan tanggal 23 untuk kita belajar TOEFL. Oke? Bye bye everyone. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, everyone. See you next time. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.